Today we're going to talk about how to create a getting started area for your course. A getting started content area for your course is one of the most common recommendations in best practices for designing for remote instruction or for online courses, because it effectively takes the place of your first class session where you would introduce the class, go over your syllabus, and lay out your expectations and important information for the term. A getting started area in Blackboard or the LMS that you're using contains more or less the same information, and the essentials would be your contact information, your syllabus, outlining your course objectives, perhaps including a navigation guide and a self-introduction. So we're going to demonstrate what that might look like using Blackboard. When you open up your course, if it does not have any content already built into it, it's going to look more or less like this, which is pretty empty. The default landing page is the announcements page, but we want to create a getting started or start here module or content area for our students. So in order to add a new content area to your course, come up to the navigation menu and hover over the plus icon, then click on content area and give it a name. And you want to check the box to make it available for users, click submit, and it will appear at the bottom of your menu. You can drag and drop menu items into whatever orientation you would like them. I think it makes the most sense to have your getting started area right on the top. Now, if you click on any content area, but in particular this one, it's going to open up an area where you can start building in information pieces. You can build items into this as individual pieces of information or all in one item. It really depends on your design aesthetic or your comfort level with the tools. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that this is really my first experience with Blackboard, and I'm just going to put it all in one block. So I'm going to go to build content, I'm going to select item, and it's going to take me into the editor for that item. And a Blackboard item is really just a text-based artifact. You can add video and images and link files and do most of your regular kind of text editing within this area. So I'm going to pause for a second and copy some essential information in here. Okay, so what I have done here is outlined more or less what I would expect to see in a getting started area. So like I've already said, your getting started area is your introduction to the course. It's going to give students the essential information that they need to actually start working in the course and also connect them with you as the instructor. I like to start with a short course description, so just a few sentences about what the course is and what you'll be learning. An option to download your syllabus. You can actually attach the syllabus below, but you can also do this here, and I will demonstrate. Just click and drag to highlight the text that you want to link to. You can click the paperclip to insert a file, browse your computer, and let's see, do I have anything? I will attach just this random document that I have here. Obviously, you would want yours to be your syllabus. You'll notice that the link title actually changed to the title of my document, so you do want this to be, you know, descriptive of what the document actually is. You should also list your course outcomes. Your outcomes can simply be copy and pasted from your syllabus. That's completely fine, but you do want to include them. And then a navigation guide. A navigation guide can be as complex or as simple as it makes sense for your class. In general, you just want to tell students where they can find the information that they're going to need, the essentials. So if their weekly content is in the weekly content areas, you can find it, you can find your weekly content in the weekly content area. Assignments and exams are included in these areas as well, or refer to the exams and assignments content area. Just in general, outline the way that the course is going to be used. And then of course, list your own contact information, your phone, your email, your office hours. In the case of remote instruction, make sure that you're adding in contingencies for that. So if you're not answering your phone, make sure to mention whether or not you'll be responding to voice messages. If your office hours are being conducted through Zoom or another remote medium, be sure to give those details as well. And then you want to connect the students with you. They would normally have the ability to see you in person and get to experience your personality 2 or 3 times a week in an in-person class. So inserting a little bit about you and connecting them with you as a person instead of you as this digital embodiment of their instructor is really important. So you're establishing that connection with them right away. And an about me can be as personal or impersonal as you feel is appropriate. I think it's really great if you can include some personal details like, hey, I really love dogs and I have 4 of them and their names are Daisy, Shannon, and Snickers. Or, you know, I have been teaching in this field for 25 years and it's my favorite subject and here's why. So this is your opportunity to make that connection with your students. So this is just typed in. There's nothing special about this. It's great if you can also include a picture of yourself or an avatar or just something that allows your students to connect an actual face or an image with the text on the screen. And then with Blackboard, we always click Submit to Save. And you can kind of see how it looks. So it's all pretty concise and condensed here, nothing too terribly complicated. And I did mention that we were going to upload our syllabus, so I will also demonstrate how to edit these if you decide you want to go in and change anything. So let's say just click the gray circle chevron and check edit. And I've decided that I want my syllabus to be included externally, so not part of this actual text message. But if I scroll down below, you'll see that I do have the option to attach files. And again, I can just browse my computer, find the file that I want to attach. The link title just gives you the option to have it say what you want it to say. Click Submit. And here's my document attached at the top and my information here below. So this is like the most basic getting started area that you can do. I think it's a great start. This is really the information you want to condense in there, and again, how you do it is kind of up to you. So what I have done now is I've flipped into the student preview mode, and now if I click on the getting started area, this is what it looks like to students. Here I have my welcome to the course. Here's my about the course, my course outcomes, navigation guide, instructor contact information, and a bit about yourself. This is all of the kinds of information that you would normally display or discuss on your first week of class. So this is the best way to get started getting started.